Hello, guys, and welcome to a video lesson from yours truly. So, I know that you guys were really concerned about missing a lesson on Wednesday because you're out on a field trip, but hey, I got you, little baby birds. All right. So while I'm off learning about college life and seeing simulated stars in the planetarium, you guys are in this room listening to my disembodied voice. And I gotta say, I'm kind of jealous. I'm a little jelly. All right. So hopefully Miss Schobert has passed out the guided notes. If not, Miss Schobert, would you please pause the video here? Okay. So this is the second page to parallel and perpendicular lines. The lesson 30 should still be at the top right hand corner. Um, this is not a new thing in your table of contents, so we're good to move on. Okay, so last time we figured out which lines were parallel or perpendicular based off their slope. Today, our objective is to be able to write parallel and perpendicular lines to a certain other line through a certain point. So, what are we doing? Well, given a linear equation in a certain point, you can create another equation that passes through this point and is either parallel or perpendicular to the given line. So basically what I just said. So remember, parallel lines have what slopes? Well, I hope you said same. And perpendicular lines have what? Well, I hope you said negative reciprocal. All right, and at any time, Ms. Schobert, if you would, please pause the video. So we're moving on. Okay, so one thing that I need to do is keep in mind the point slope formula. So that's y minus y1 equals m equal, or parentheses x minus x1. Okay, so example 1. Write the equation of the line that passes through the point negative 2, 7 and is parallel to the line y equals negative 4x plus 1. Guys, whenever they ask us to write a line, there should be one thing that you have to do first. Figure out your slope. All right, they want us to be parallel to negative 4x plus 1. Well, my slope here is, hopefully you said it, is negative 4. All right, so my parallel slope, okay, and those two bars mean parallel, is negative 4. All right, and I'm going to set up my point slope form. All right, and I'm going to use negative 2 and 7 for my x1 and y1. So this is going to be y minus 7 equals negative 4, parentheses, x minus a negative becomes plus 2. All right, now I'm going to simplify and then solve for y. So I distribute the negative 4 and I get y minus 7 equals negative 4x minus 8. Okay, and then I'm going to add 7 to both sides to get y equals negative 4x minus 1. And that's my answer. All right, you can always double check. If I put in negative 2 where x is, I should get 7. And so since negative 4 times negative 2 is 8, and 8 minus 1 is 7, we're good. All right, now they gave us our little, they want us to write the equation of the line that passes through the point 3, negative 1, and is parallel to the line x equals negative 3y equals 9. Okay, that's not That's not too bad. Uh, Now remember, if I want to find the slope, that's what I got to do first. If I want to find a slope to a standard form equation, well, you could solve for y, or you can remember my handy little dandy negative a over b means that it should be, well, what's the coefficient of x? It's 1, right? So now I have negative 1 over negative 3. That's what's in front of y. And so 1/3 is my slope for my parallel line. All right, so set up my point slope form. I get y minus a negative 1 is plus 1 equals 1/3 x minus 3. Okay, simplify and solve for y. So y plus 1 equals 1/3 x, and 1/3 times negative 1 or negative 3 becomes negative 1. All right, then I'm subtracting 1 on both sides, and so my equation is 1/3 x minus 2. Okay, and again, I can easily check that. If I put 3 where x is, 1/3 of 3 is 1, and 1 minus 2 is negative 1, which is what this says it should be. Okay, so let's move on. Now, perpendicular lines, it's the same deal, except, I'm going to have to change that slope to the negative reciprocal. So here, they want me to find an equation that goes through 4, 3. It's perpendicular to y equals 2x minus 4. All right, so I need to find my perpendicular slope. And so that upside down t is just means perpendicular, right? So that's saying my perpendicular slope is going to be, well, my original slope was 2, right? So hopefully, what's my negative reciprocal, guys? Well, hopefully you said it was negative 1/2 because I flip it and switch the signs. All right, and so just like with parallel, I'm going to set up my point slope. So it's going to be y minus 3 equals negative 1/2 x minus 4. Okay, distribute the negative 1/2. Get negative 1/2 x. Negative 1/2 times negative 4 is plus 2. Then I'm going to add 3 to both sides. And y equals 1/2 x plus 5. All right. Again, I can check that. I should be getting 4. All right, so I should get 4. Sorry, should be putting in 4 and should be getting out 3. Oh, I almost forgot my little sign there. So negative 1/2 times 4 is negative 2, and negative 2 plus 5 is 3, which is what this says we should get. Okay, all right, so standard form again. So they want a line that passes through negative 5, 1, perpendicular to 5x plus 3y equals negative 21. Okay, so got to find my original slope first. All right, so here's M1, which is just my first slope. All right, and remember negative a over b is my shortcut that I taught you. So here the a is 5, so it's negative 5. I have a positive 3 for my b, so it's just negative 5 over 3. That's my original slope. So my perpendicular slope is the negative reciprocal. What is our negative reciprocal here? Well, hopefully you flip the fraction and then change the sign to get 3 over 5. Let's set this up. So y minus 1 equals 3 over 5, parentheses, x minus a negative becomes plus 5. All right, and then y minus 1 equals 3/5 x, and 3/5 times 5 becomes just plus 3. All right, I'm going to add 1 to both sides, and I get y equals 3/5 x plus 4. All right, guys, if you have some questions, hopefully Ms. Schober can help you out. Now it's some time to do this. All right, we're writing parallel lines first. Let's let's uh, guide you through the first problem. What should be my parallel slope? Hopefully you said 2. Set up the point slope form. What does that look like? Hopefully you said y plus 1 equals 2 parentheses x plus 4. All right, guys, simplify and solve for y. Ms. Schobert, if you need to pause, please do so. And hopefully you said y plus 1 equals 2x plus 8. And then subtract 1 to get y equals 2x plus 7. All right, so for the rest of these, you guys are going to do them by yourselves. Ms. Schobert, if you would pause, I'm going to say the answers. So number 6 is y equals negative 1/4 x plus 5. If you got that, good job. Number 7, y equals 1/2 x plus 3. Good job. Now, I need to pause. Then y equals negative 5/2 x minus 8. All right. So now perpendicular. First, I need to find my perpendicular slope. Well, what's my original slope? Hopefully you guys said 3/4. So what is the negative reciprocal of that? Pause if you need to. Hopefully you said negative 4/3. Right, so set up my first line of point slope form. Okay, so that's y plus 3 equals negative 4/3, parentheses x minus 3, and then simplify that. All right, you get negative 4/3 x and then plus 4. Subtract 3 on both sides to solve for y, and I get y equals negative 4/3 x plus 1. All right, guys, it's your time to do it yourselves. All right, start with finding your perpendicular, or you're finding your perpendicular slope. That means negative reciprocal of the original. Pause if you need to, and then I am writing the answer. Number 10, y equals negative x plus minus 5. Pause. Do number 11. Y equals negative 5x minus 7. Excuse me. Y just equals 5x minus 7. All right, number 12. You guys do it. Pause. Y equals 3x minus 3. All right, guys. So now you're going to get a new piece of homework, and I know you already have one right there. So you can keep working on the homework from yesterday. Start, if you're done with that, start my new homework, and or keep working on common assessment corrections. So, guys, thank you for paying attention. I hope to hear a good report back from Ms. Schobert. All right, bye.